The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Coming to you live.
We're live.
In front of an audience from around the world, where we talk about fighters, fighting, and events. Welcome to Fight World Live, where you can hear about the latest in the world of combat sports. Get ready to gear up and square up, because we are going live. And now, broadcasting live.
We will broadcast live.
This is Fight World Live.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Fight World Live. My name is David Potter, and I'm alongside the four-time world champion, also the writer of such hits as Bohemian Rhapsody. He fought at Pride K1 Dynamite against Jerome LeBanner, Mr. Gabe. Mustache jokes for days. How you doing, brother?
Man, you get them all together today. I get one mustache, and all of a sudden I'm getting nothing but grief nonstop.
Nobody's a fan of the new mustache except you and me. You know, I think it's badass. I don't know why your wife hates it. Everybody hates it. I love it.
I'm getting 50-50 right now. Maybe
Fair enough.
30, but you know,
If it works for you, it works for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we're also here with UFC vets, Andre 3000, Mr. Highlight, boxer, bare knuckle fighter, and also the team captain of the Dallas Enforcers, Andre Ewell. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, you know, with all the names. You just missed quick draw, you feel me? Gone quick draw, baby. Yeah. And then since you're talking about the stash, I would definitely would have ran with one. It's just I got no chin. So I have a little problem with my chin.
The beard looks clean.
Appreciate that. You know,
I can't grow a beard. I can't grow a mustache. I can't grow a beard. I look like a fourth grader on HGH. So you guys are in better shape.
Comes in. And it's like, and I'm loving all the dang flicks of everything putting together right now, especially off the TCL with my little face.
Hell yeah, man! Hell yeah. So what's been going on? I love the fact that you once again you're so creative and you adapt to, because you mentioned that one of your favorite fighters is Bruce Lee, and he's always like be like water. When you left the UFC, man, you were going guns blazing, doing all the things. You were bare knuckle. Now you're in this new sport, this new concept, and new version of boxing. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
TCL, Team Combat League. It's basically mad amazing. Factors in that is actually suited just for me and my style, because it's just like I end up stating. Like everything that I end up doing, it's like straight on, basically guns blazing in there, quick draw to the place, and then at the same time I always end up with highlights. So it's like a win-win for me in a lot of situations. So for most fighters, like even like Greg Hardy when he was up in there, it was like a perfect place for him for one round. You give us one round, we get to do what we want to do. We get to kind of like showcase what's going on, and at the same time, it's nonstop action. So you get the best of the best, and they only get one round, maybe two, to automatically float to do what they can do. And you already know me. I'm always down to put on a show. So no matter how I end up looking at it, that was something that I was able to do. So they placed that they placed me on the the platform to honestly do that. So it's automatically wins there.
And you're team captain too. Like you looked so good in your last fight, man. You like that creativity show, that foot movement, man. You put in work, brother.
Appreciate you. I appreciate you. And that gives up like mad points to the factors in, style back at home as in back in California, because right now they got me in Dallas right now. And I'm working with nothing but like the best teams from skills, Coach Eddie, my coach Bryant, you might see him today. He might stop by. So, and then, my brother AJ, he's somewhere in this house. So you might see another upcoming star. So in other words, I'm going to be like name dropping and guys are just going to pop up in here, and hopefully might end up even getting the owner to, pop up and show his face and everything. But so yeah, so just like you ended up sitting there staying, for me to land team captain and actually kind of like just dropped on my lap. So it was kind of like I just found myself, and I think it was like off of that like that time at one of our half, I had to end up holding that conversation with everybody because we're kind of getting lackadaisical, and it was one of those we already knew they didn't want us to win. It's kind of like it's a basically uphill type of battle, and I've been there, and everybody knows like I've been there to the moment that people are not counting on you, people don't want you to win, people are betting against you, it's little small things like that. Like, you're not the favorite to win. And I had that chance. So I was able to sit there and speak on it. And when I ended up able to drop that down, it just got to that moment and, they captured it. It was a nice, tight moment where I was able to sit there, speak my mind, and everybody was able to connect. And we ended up performing and winning, So that's I guess where they landed me team captain.
For the viewers at home that don't know what TCL is, it's TCL, correct?
Yes, sir.
Give me a little rundown of what that is and how it works.
All right, so TCL means Team Combat League. It's upcoming, but at the same time, it's moving fast. Just the fact is in who they're bringing in, and it's like for people that don't know top fighters, they're bringing them in there, and then you got ex-vets like myself from from the UFC. They're getting brought in there. Heck, we even had Greg Hardy on my team, so on our team and everything. So he was able to pop up in there. So for the concept of everything, it's 18 rounds, 3 minutes, normal boxing. There's no real minute break. Your minute break is the next person that pops in. So it goes from different like 6 weight classes. You got the women's that move at 127 or 125/127. Then you got the next weight class where it's 135, then 47, 160, 175, and then heavyweight. Yeah, then it's heavyweight. So we got those type of weight classes and everything. So it's automatically exciting that you end up seeing the top performers of the team, and people are able to pick up teams. So then the best thing about it is they got a nice season 2 popping up and coming in real soon. And granted, I'm going to be part of that. So that's like all smile and, it's all starting. Which then to add, they ended up, it's basically based off on like a football and basketball type of league. If you end up thinking about this, of how they have their own scoring systems. You get a knockdown. That's, it was 6 points, but I believe they end up switching it up more into a boxing type of ordeal where it could be a 10-7, 10-9, 10-8. So if you get 2 knockdowns, they automatically it's an automatic KO for the situation. If they only get 1 knockdown, it's a 10-8 round. And, if you just beat your opponent, it's a 10-9 round. And it kind of just moves into that. So it's 18 rounds, easily scored. And then at the same time, you have the best of the coaches able to put together their team. And then, like our coach, our best of our best is AC Bryant, when he ends up doing what he does best. So he ended up putting things together with us and all us fighters. And, you end up becoming a family and building a family. So it's a win in that direction. So something in there.
That's such an interesting concept. And Gabe and I were actually talking about this before. Yeah. And Gabe and I were talking about this before, but it reminds me of the old IFL. And IFL was always an awesome concept. I thought the team sport concept was, I thought it could fly in the combat sport setting. I like the fact that the promoter, and with this, they're having a new spin on boxing. Boxing has become it's become stagnant. It's become a little bit stale, but I like the folks that are willing to take chances and develop a new league and a new concept. And you guys have a big event coming up in August, right?
That we do. It is, it's 3 events in August. So we got the semifinals. Our team didn't make it, but you're going to still see my face. You feel me? You're going to still see me out there shining, doing what I do best. Basically rooting on, we got 4 teams that are in there. We got Vegas, we got New York, we got DC, and ATL. So good teams. They're all getting ready to duke it out for the semis to see who's going to make it into the championships. You'll see me at All Stars, so you'll get to see me shine with the All Star League and everything. So that'll be the same day as the championship fights. Not sure where it should be held. I'm thinking they might place it in New Mexico. So if you're in New Mexico, definitely shoot down. And if you're not able to, definitely jump on the link, and especially my link. TCL link. Go ahead, purchase. You'll be able to sit there and see everything live on the whole thing. So argument's sake, it's the win-win. That's the event coming up, and it's getting ready to blow up and be big, especially if everybody ends up tuning in. They're going to end up seeing nothing but high-class action, and at the same time, you get to see me do what I do best. At the end of the day, I bring a show, and people know that, and for us to be an all-star, so I'm trying to figure out who's all going to be on my team or what team I'm going to be on. But I definitely do know my boy AJ's on it, Jennifer, and Dion. Us, we're the 4 Ninja Turtles, and they know about us, the Fantastic Four. So, we bring action. There it is.
Now,
Awesome.
what the championship, do you win belts? Do you win rings? Do you win trophies? What is the championship?
So, championship, you win a lot more money. Granted,
Money's
I'm
good.
going to be out of that money because,
Money's good.
hey, we all want the money, A lot,
Jay, my buddy Andre. I'm a big fan of Undermanaged Money. Yeah.
There you go. And everybody's seen buying boots and shit, my stuff, my boots and everything. So if they don't give me the money, give me a boot deal. I'm trying to merge my own boxing cowboy boot. If they're able to do that for me, I'll be the first one to rock it. We can make magic, But yeah, so you end up winning. Basically, you get a trophy for for the team that they end up getting. And also, I believe it's a belt that follows up, as in for the team. And at the same time, it's a lot more money. So it's an extra super bonus for the people that make it to the semifinals, and then the ones that win the championship or make it to the championship, more money. And then at the same time, if they win, it's more money. So it's one of those we're trying to draw people into the factors in. Hey, because if you end up checking reality shows and they tell you, hey, what are those the reality shows with damn.
The Kardashians. No, it's not Kardashians.
No. Yeah, not the Kardashians, but they always have super events and everything, and they'd be like, yeah, 250K if you win this and win that, So everybody jumps on reality show just to jump on the Real World or something. I think it's Real World Action or whatever they call it. So they got it stuff like that. It's at the end of everything. There's a prize, just like in the NBA/NFL. You make it to championship, you get that big trophy / belt or whatever the case is. For the team, so it was one of those dreams that, it should have been Dallas Enforcers. So I'm going to bring up the hat one more time.
There you go.
It was supposed to be us, but we got season 2. So we'll make season 2 the second go around, and, we'll be champs in that one. So it's one of those things. So it's a lot more money. So if anybody's wondering, a lot of money. A lot of money's on the table.
There you go. So, but before we get into 5 topics, and it's my favorite game to play, and obviously picking your brain, and you don't make it to the highest levels of every single sport you've been in, whether it's bare knuckle, whether it's boxing, whether it's the UFC. You don't make it to the highest levels, not just being a supreme athlete, which you are, but also being very intellectually sound when it comes to combat sports. So we're going to play 5 topics, but before that, we're going to play a little clip of you and introduce the good folks at home to my boy Andre. Take a look at Mr. Highlight.
My style of fighting is awkwardly Facts.
And very good. Awesome, man. I'm excited. I'm hyped to watch you fight in August. And by the way, saying your favorite fighter is Roy Jones Jr., me and Gabe always talk about Roy Jones Jr., don't we, Gabe?
The man. Well, in his prime, Roy Jones was different level. And I think it's unfortunate that he fought well past his prime. So a lot of people think that Roy Jones isn't what he once was. But, like, yo, my man Roy.
Hey, and you know, if he heard that right now, he'll try to prove you wrong at the moment. He'll be like, who you calling past my prime? He'll be in here trying to punch people. Yeah.
There are many naysayers that will say that, like, oh, he wasn't that good because you look at his overall work and you're like, yo, Roy was in his 50s when he was fighting, and like, it's similar anyone that talks about Bernard Hopkins in his later years. Bernard Hopkins started fighting in his 30s.
The executioner, baby.
One of the best of all time. Like, you can't
executioner.
Yep.
Yeah. But both those guys, different level. Like, they don't. Anyone who says otherwise doesn't know.
No, that's a full factor. I'm with that right there. I can't. And just the fact is, I know. Basically, I'll pay some money just to sit in the room with them, just to be able to, like, take what they put on the plate or on the table.
And the last time we talked, I was like, what fight are you looking forward to? And why is it Roy Jones Jr. versus Mike Tyson? That was the last time you were on our show. They could have just sat around the ring and just talked for 8 rounds, and I would have still been happy. That's nostalgia right there. Like, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was so excited. I had never been that excited for a fight. Roy Jones Jr. will always do that for me, and especially Roy Jones Jr., what was the coolest thing about him is he came out with a rap record, and Gabe and I actually joke around about this. He came out with a rap record, and there's an entrance and a video on YouTube where he rapped about how bad he was going to kick your ass, did a whole musical performance, then got in the ring after rapping and singing about kicking your ass, and actually did it. That is next level shit. That's like 2 performances in one. He was crazy. I mean, besides getting screwed in Seoul when he got screwed out of the gold medal, I mean, Roy Jones Jr., his career was a absolute highlight reel, top to bottom.
100. I definitely end up agreeing with that because, like, how you end up coming out or going to play a basketball game, coming into a fight, beat the person down, and he did all 12 rounds. That was like the funny thing about it, thinking like, oh, he's going to be, and not noted. He could have probably ended up finishing the fight anytime that he wanted to, but he just ended up did all that whole 12 rounds just to let people know that, hey, I just got done doing the whole game and I beat you up for about 12 rounds. That's automatically like wild on so many levels, and it's like, and the thing is, I grew up to watch all that.
His rap album is not bad either. Like, his rap album is not bad. He's the best rapper boxer in the game. 100%.
I agree. Like, hell, even Floyd Mayweather tried to rap, and it didn't work.
Not bad.
And how many people came out to his song "Can't Be Touched"? And I listen to "And Still" to this day. It's one of my favorite songs ever.
I did a boxing match. I did a celebrity boxing match, and I came out to "Can't Be Touched."
Hell yeah!
See, that's a win right there.
It's good, man. I'm telling you, it's good.
Awesome. So, Andre Ewell, Andre 3000, are you ready to play 5 topics?
I am ready to play 5 topics, and if I don't know, guess what? I'm still down to play 5 topics. Let's make it happen.
Enjoy it.
And Gabe, are you ready to play 5 topics, sir?
I was born ready, son.
Godzilla is ready. Mr. Highlight is ready. Let's play some 5 topics. Oh my goodness. So how we play 5 topics is you, the fan, the viewer, submitted some questions that I wanted circling around the course of the guest. And obviously Andre's in boxing, so we're going to be talking boxing today. Are you ready for question number 1, Andre Ewell?
Yes, sir. Let's go. Fire up.
Okay, let's go to topic number 1. Let's go. This one is it's going to be a good one. Topic number 1. What is your favorite boxing movie of all time?
Oh, I know y'all want me to say Creed, but no, it's Rocky. I'll definitely say Rocky. We want to say Rocky. I feel like it was Rocky 1 when he was screaming, "You Adrian!" Screaming Adrian out loud, and it was like, That was a magic moment because I always wanted a love life like that. You feel me? So it's Rocky. Definitely always gonna be Rocky.
Fair enough. Gabe, favorite boxing movie of all time?
Maybe people don't know Diggstown. If you've ever seen Diggstown,
Oldie.
old school, but where he fights like I think like he's supposed to fight like 12 dudes in one night, and it's all a hustle. Diggstown. That's my favorite boxing movie of all time.
That was deep.
Nice.
I like that one.
And if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it.
You know what? Like nobody brings up anymore, but I like Rocky. I like Creed. I like that series. But I also like Play It to the Bone. It's a movie that not a lot of people bring up. With God damn it, what's his name? He was in Zombieland. It was Antonio Banderas, and it was another guy. But nevertheless, Play It to the Bone and Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. Oh, that's a good one too. Raging Bull.
Pretty good movie. Pretty good movie. All right, Andre, are you ready for topic number 2?
Yes, sir. Bring it to me. Hot fire.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the topic. Oh shit. We haven't gotten asked this question yet. Andre, you get the tough one. Tyson versus Ali, who wins? Oh my god.
So y'all gonna put that on me, man? God
I'm so
damn.
sorry.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna stick with Muhammad Ali on this one. Factors in that he's gonna end up moving. He's gonna constantly keep moving, and he'll probably get rocked. But I don't see him dropping, and I see Tyson partially getting tired. And we're talking about in the prime. Okay,
Prime.
we got a killer. Yeah, we got a killer Tyson. But it's really close. But I think they'll give it to Muhammad Ali because it's Ali. You feel me? It's Ali. Can never say
it's Ali. I mean,
I don't think it's close. And so Teddy Atlas said that Mike Tyson wasn't the best fighter. He was the best bully.
He was a big bully.
And he said when Mike didn't have someone crumble in front of him, he would give up himself. And Ali had fortitude for years. He did not give up. He would not. And again, Ali would take everything that Tyson gave him, would sit there, he would dance, and then he would talk shit to Tyson. By round 3, Tyson would have been like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And Ali would have ate his ass, son.
So hold on. So I'm gonna jump on what Atlas what he ended up stating. See, you got to give out the version. Which version did we have? The one he had his first coach with, or the second coach? Because we had the first coach.
Okay.
That coach. This is where it ends up. People end up understanding where coaches actually can honestly push people or not push people.
Yep.
And Tyson was always pushed because of that one coach. So now we're going after.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You
Yeah.
know.
So the customato okay, but we didn't say
Customato.
Yeah. Touche.
You're right. Damn it, you're right. I still gotta go Ali because
I'm with you. I'm with that.
Even with the coach, the man is the man. And
That is true. That is true.
Ali could walk through fire. He dealt with heavy punchers, and he would know that's what Tyson's going to come in with hotness. He's going to come in, and Tyson, if he couldn't get him dropped in the first round, that's when he starts doubting himself. And Cuss can't walk through that doubt. He can't walk through that doubt. And Ali, I think it would have been more rounds, but I'm still going Ali.
Yeah,
I felt that.
I would have to go with Ali too, and I'm the biggest Mike Tyson fan. The first video game I ever played in my entire life was Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. But I think with Muhammad Ali, how smart he was, he was so cunning in the ring, and he would break down fighters, even the toughest of fighters. And let's think about the fight with George Foreman in the Philippines. And was it Manila? Yeah, throw in Manila, right?
Throw in Manila.
Yeah.
Manila.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, that's all you got." Like, and George Foreman was beating the crap out of him, and he would just hang on the ropes, just pick his shots and everything like that. Just wait for the big beast to tire out. And he kept whispering, and as he clinched, like, "Oh, that's all you got. You punch like a sissy. You suck." Like Muhammad Ali. As soon as Muhammad Ali started to say that to Mike Tyson, they clinched once, and Muhammad Ali demeans him as a man. I think Mike Tyson would actually lose that confidence, and I think he crumbles. I think
100%.
he just mentally withers to Muhammad Ali.
I think Ali.
See, that's where I think that coach kicks in. That's where that coach would have been like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Come on.
You have two men, and that Ollie every round is talking shit. And come on, son,
Yeah,
you got nothing.
you're right.
What you call that power? You don't got power. Come on, and Mike, I'm sorry, Cuz cannot keep the caged animal caged.
You're right.
But
He would.
Right.
still hypothetical. Who knows?
Muhammad Ali would make me cry, and his trash talking was sharp as a knife. So I'd have to go with Muhammad Ali. We're all in agreement. All right, are you ready for topic number 3, good sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's rock with this. Let's go with topic All right, so you fought in bare knuckle. So in your personal assessment, obviously you fought in the UFC, you fight in boxing right now. Topic number 3, will bare knuckle boxing become mainstream? Your thoughts?
I definitely do, especially if I'm over here headlining, these fights. Like, let's be real. You feel me?
Amen.
Like, it's all about excitement and stuff like that. But no, I definitely do, because the fact is in that, like, overseas, like in London and stuff like that, it's already big and it's been big. And granted, like, they had to do underground things to build it up. I mean, now it's brought over here, and basically states are starting to like allow it to happen, especially like Miami. Like, they're pushing for this thing to make it big, and it's all about just showcasing and who's there and who's going to be performing, just like this like the Team Combat League. It's about who they have, who's automatically viewing and stuff like that. Like, the highest views was when Greg Hardy got there. You got to end up looking at that. Like, when Greg Hardy got there, and granted, as in the loss that he had, that's still my brother. But, the thing is, that big loss, that was super big viewpoints off on general. And you know how this world is working at this moment. It's views. And if you're able to end up intake and bring in views and build off on that, you go places. And they, for bare knuckle, that is going to be a thing. But now they have like a is with Team Combat. So it's little small things like that.
Correct. Gabe, your personal assessment, obviously you fought in the UFC as well, just like Mr. Andre. What is your assessment? Do you think that bare knuckle boxing would become mainstream? Your thoughts?
I think it's a tough go if they can keep their money flow going, and I don't know how they're keeping their pockets as deep as they are, because they're spending so much to get these guys from Muay Thai, from MMA, and they're dumping a bunch of money in. If you keep it going, I think that it will get there, but it's gonna. I think money has to stay around long enough to get it there.
Right.
I think they put forth a great. They've made massive strides, but again, I don't see how they're not hemorrhaging money.
Right.
I see some of the contracts they're throwing, and the thing is money in versus money out is what it comes down to. You can't run a business in the red for year upon year upon year, but only time will tell.
Do you think, and Andre, and just to follow up on this topic, do you think that they need a Trojan horse to pretty much explain the sport? Maybe like how Tough was in Tough 1. It was like that Trojan horse. It was an MMA educational piece wrapped up as a reality TV show, and that's how I was able to break through. That was the Trojan horse, and educate people about MMA. Do you think that they will need something of that substance? They need that one big banger of a fight that goes mainstream, or do they need like a television show that really educates the general population of why they should care about the sport? What do you think?
They could go definitely in that direction of the TV show, just the fact is, kind of like bringing in the fighters and everything. But that one big fight or that main fight, you got to think it would be like Conor, like, his the whole last bare knuckle with Mike Perry, how he brought him in just to, do a face off, but they're cool and everything. But picture if Conor did it, guess what? People are going to buy it. Because one, they want to see him lose type of deal. Just picture if Floyd Mayweather said, hey, I'll do bare knuckle. They're going to end up seeing him want to lose, or what will happen if he did fight it. Does Philly show? It just raises up questions, and just like this, like for Irish thing, that is a thing out there, and it will kind of be a perfect home for Conor if he decided to jump in there. And this is why I'm a fan of Conor, because his mindset is always trying to be better. It's like no matter what martial arts or whatever league he's in, he's aiming to kill and be the best. I'm aiming to kill to be the best, So for him to be in there, he'll push it. That'll be like the little nudge that will be needed, if anything. But like, as he stated that, a lot of money going in, a lot of money going out. And if they bring him in, They'll have to put a lot of money in there, but I'm guaranteed they'll end up bringing a lot of money in because, Conor, to the factors in, hey, people are going to want to see what's going to happen. It's no matter what. Like, yeah, I'm betting money that I'll buy the damn fight. And if I'm not buying it, I'm going to be there, probably, co-main event type of a deal, or
Hell yeah.
being there, just there in general. But I think it's a bigger name type of deal. Like I stated, like this season, so for the whole team combat thing, right?
Yeah.
The biggest name, like me, I have a lot of followers and everything, so I'm heavy on that part. But when you bring Greg Hardy, it's a different level. It's
Right,
like you don't have as many followers, but the thing is, his name carries a lot of weight. You say Greg, hey, they know who that is, or you say Hardy, they know who that is. Basically, all the shit that he has been through and gone through, it brings in the name. People watch just to see what happens to him, to see if he gets knocked out. Like, hey, he did bare knuckle. You saw what happened there. He did a few boxing. You saw what happened there. The guy name carries. So now picture if you picked up like since I'm like a Dallas Cowboy fan, you pick up a Dak Prescott and he just said, hey, I'm about to do bare knuckle. Boom. The world's going to fucking flip. People are going to tune in because they want to sit there and see it. It's who you bring in and what you end up doing and how you're able to market. Like me, I'm still building back up. Like I was at the top and then I dropped, but I'm working my way back up to the top. So now by me doing that, it's, so one, thank you for bringing me on here because this is automatically bringing my name back up to the top.
Of course.
So shout out to my
Of
boy.
course.
Dave, you feel me? Yo, hey, yo, you feel me? Hey, but yeah, and and the team combat, they're gonna end up pushing my name. So it's like I'm going. Like my whole point is, I want to be the man of everything I end up doing. So when it comes up, when you bring up bare knuckle, you'll see me. Oh, Dre does that. So what happens? I want to watch him just to see what he does. So it's little things like that. So if they pick up Conor, we might see a different, or we might see a change. But again, like I stated, a lot of money in, there's a lot of money going out. So it's like, what's going on?
Yeah. Fair enough. So are you ready for topic number 4?
Boom, yes. You saw that.
Let's rock with this. Gabe, you ready for topic number 4? All right, let's do this. Topic number 4.
Question 4.
We're getting all the fucking tough questions. Jesus Christ. Topic number 4, favorite boxing fight of all time. Andre, you can take it first. There's too many.
Oh, you put me on the spot. All right, so favorite boxing fight of all time. Dang, you guys are probably gonna butcher me on this one. But hands down, I'm going to have to, because don't get me wrong, I end up loving every Roy Jones moment, but this fight that I'm ended up saying, it was Adrian Bronner versus Madonna. And hear me out. And hear me out on this. On this.
Yes, sir.
Right there. Granted, the Adrian Bronner lost. That fight was a lot closer than most people think or thought. And on top of that, that was like probably Adrian Bronner's best moment or best boxing that he ever basically displayed. He was forced to fight. He fought, and he ended up putting basically a damn near perfect display until he got caught. And then he got caught. He drops. He was forced to fight. He's winning. He's working this rounds. He's doing it. He's throwing hands. He's honestly, and then he gets dropped again. And then my argument is like, if you take away that second knockdown, I felt like he won the fight. But that knockdown ended up changing and waving. But that was like my opinion on the situation. But to this day, that's still like one of my favorite fights that actually been displayed lately and been around. But like I said, a lot of people are gonna butcher me on that one. But like I said, Roy Jones does his thing, especially when he went up to heavyweight. I can constantly keep giving out names, but that one sticks out like a thorn because that was like the perfect boxing. It's just lets you know when you're off, you're off. And he was off for a split second, and Madonna countered that shit and dropped him. So that's where I'm at.
Such a great fight. Gabe, I know it's tough for you. Gabe, what's your favorite boxing fight of all time?
So many, but if there's one that like kind of sticks out is neither one of them were like true champion caliber. And I know when I say that, people are going to be mad about it, but they showed that as long as you go in there and you fight like a fucking dog, people are going to watch it. And they made a trilogy out of it. Ward Gotti.
Yes. Oh my God. I knew you were going to say that.
That was a good fight. That was nice.
I no disrespect to either one of them because they're both dogs, but neither one of them were like they were not undefeated. They weren't these guys that were, but when they fought, like, holy shit, you could. And the thing is, like, there's no way the second one's gonna be as good as the first one. They blew it out of the water, and they got a third one out of it. I think it was one of those fights that, like, people were like, okay, look, you may not be undefeated, you may not be like like you might be in the talk of greatest of all time, but you're gonna go in there and you're going to put in a dogfight, and fun is hell to watch. That would be the fight.
But what do you pick, though? Do you pick Andre? Do you pick Ward Gotti 1, 2, or 3? Because 2 had one of the greatest rounds in boxing history. So which one do you choose?
I would say 1, because the one is what set it up for the next 2. You know what I mean? Yeah, like genuinely, and that's so. The first one, as far as for me, again, you have 2 guys that they're not the highest rated. They're not like the undefeated champions, but they went out there and went at each other. So for me, that's one of those fights. Especially if you're going to ask me on a whim, because the reality is I should sit there and look through multiple fights and be, this fight. You ask me on a whim, that's what I got to go with.
Fair enough. You know what my favorite fight of all time is? The very first fight I ever watched. Sitting on my mom's lap, watching ESPN Classics, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, fight of the century, Madison Square Garden. By far, my favorite fight of all time. And I remember the positive endorphins like popping up like pop rocks, me being a baby, sitting on my mom's lap, watching Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. And all of it leading up to, and I love Muhammad Ali, but Joe Frazier flooring him, I think it was the last round or second to last round. And and seeing the HBO documentary too of the culture, the cultural impact that fight had, that everybody cared about that fight, man, that's hard to replicate. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier 1 is one of my favorite fights of all time, if not my favorite fight of all time. So
I'd say I like that one. Granted that fight still breaks my heart. It still breaks my heart. Like, Muhammad Ali, like, it's still, I don't know. It's like when I end up like becoming like a super fan, and it's like you look at it, it's like, how did he lose? I don't see it, But it's like, but it doesn't make sense though.
You're asking a question that realistically, depending on what day it is and what fight you're thinking about, you could pick probably 10 or 15 different fights. Like, at least for me.
Yeah.
Like like, so just so you know, whenever 5 questions gets asked, I don't have any. I don't see it beforehand. So like I'm like, so like, and I'll be honest, that's not my favorite of all time. That's just the one that right now
sticks out. Yeah.
I guarantee that you bring up like 7 or 8 fights, and the fights you guys both brought up were great fights too. You know what I mean? Like, genuinely, like, and the thing about fighting is all time, man. Like, you can fucking
objective
and mix it around.
That's true.
Like, still not fights. Like, listen, good fights are good fights. Like, when it's all said and done, best of all time. I can't even go with that. I don't know. Like, there's so many options.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Mr. Highlight, are you ready for the 5th and final topic, good sir?
That I am. I'm ready, and my bad. I'm like, the ladies calling and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna get yelled at once I get off the phone. I'm gonna get yelled at.
When he's yelling at you, let's go.
Facts.
Yes, sir. Let's go to the topic. No fun.
Let's make a baby vibe.
Of course, this question gets asked because you are a music aficionado. Your favorite music album to train to?
Damn, you guys went album. I don't know about album. Hey, I'm probably gonna go old with this stuff, and you're probably gonna definitely laugh. But I'd be jamming to let me see. So Milky Chance is my favorite album. Milky Chance. I don't know if you guys know about them, but they're like a little indie / urban type, under the basement type of music.
Right.
But Milky Chance, that's my go-to. And then, but since I have my thing on shuffle, Ariana Grande gets on there. So
there you go.
It's always like a win right there.
Well played.
Next. Next.
Well played, brother. Well played. All right, Gabe. Favorite music album to work out to train to? What's your favorite music album?
First off, Arthur, you said Milky Chance.
Milky Chance.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
I'm gonna check it out too.
I don't think I've ever listened to a full album. Just like I have okay. So first off, you can tell from the mustache that I'm an old man.
An old man. You're young.
Okay. You're young, man. Come on.
when I just put the iPod on shuffle and whatever it comes out. And my musical taste is all over the place. So this is a question that I cannot answer because genuinely, as long as it pumps me up, I'm good to go. And it can be heavy metal, it could be rap, it could be any number of things. It can be techno, anything that's gonna like level up and like get that energy going. That's what I want to play, and that's gonna get me going for training. Now for other things, it's different. But if we're going for training, I want high level, except for country. I cannot listen to country music. And you might tell me like, oh, there's this country song that's banging. I'm sorry, it's not working for me. But anything that's high level and moving, I'm in. Let's go.
I ain't mad at you.
I'm like beat heavy. Like I like the Jackson 5. Like anything that's upbeat. Like what's that band's name? Oh man, I'm thinking of the name. Oh man, what's the name of it? Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like stuff that's like upbeat. Because I think when you're getting punched in the head and everything like that, you want to stay calm, cool, and collected. And everything is about rhythm. And I notice I get more into a rhythm when I'm listening to rhythm heavy music. I don't know. I think Jackson 5 and any type of oldie music because there's such an emphasis on beats and kind of like rhythms and stuff like that. I've always been into like the oldies.
I want heavy.
See,
Oh, you want heavy?
Heavy. I want something. I want to feel like just let's go. Let's come on, baby. Let's go. I don't any number. My playlist is all over the place, but
and I actually like it like that because that's the same for me. It's like, but since we said album, that's like Milky Chest is like the go-to move for me. But it beyond random because I be in there like I be in there like. You know, my fluent in Espanol, soy el número uno. You feel me?
Oh,
so, just a poquito, yeah. Entiendo.
¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? That's me. But look, so you know, it ends up spreading. Like you know, like I'll be jamming Bad Bunny out of nowhere. And the funny thing is, I thought Bad Bunny was always that girl, that chick that says "Catch me outside." I don't know if anybody.
Oh yeah, I think
"Catch me outside." What does that mean?
How about that? I think that's Bad Bunny.
Yeah. I thought that was Bad Bunny. I promise you, this whole time. I promise you. But then they were like, "Nah, all right." So it was that. So it's like you know. So I end up jamming to that, and then you know, like flip it over to like certain country stuff. As long as I'm wearing my cowboy boots. If I'm rocking my boots, then I'm jamming to to whatever country music that pops up there. I go into pops and stuff like that. But I like my music being shuffled because like I treat it as if I'm fighting because you don't know what tempo you're gonna go at. Like you want to be at high class and go, but then your opponent might slow it all the way down, and then you don't know how to move at that tempo. So it's automatically like that. Hold on. So, remember I told you we're going to end up having a drop.
All right, please.
You guys can hear me real quick.
Yep, I can hear you.
There it is.
Hey, what's up, brother?
See, that's he's the man. You know, you see that hat. He's still not giving me, but I want his hat. You know,
what's going on, brother?
You know, I want his hat. There it is.
it's not the hat right there.
Yeah. So.
It's dark, man.
Like one of the coaches, someone's gonna pop in, and he's on that popped in. So he came in the right time. You see, hold on.
Awesome, man.
There we go.
I think the hat, man.
Yeah, so definitely Gucci. You
There
know?
you go. There you go. So, all right, we got a big fight coming up in August. Final thoughts, final words, Andre Ewell. I can't wait to see you fight. I can't wait to watch you compete with the Dallas Enforcers, leading that team into victory. What are your final words, final thoughts? Good sir.
Final words. Make sure you guys end up tuning in. You know, I'm gonna end up posting everything about and what's gonna happen. Just need you to basically show support and showing love. You know, All-Star Weekend should be basically the mid of August and everything. So we got the championship, which is the semifinals, going into All-Star week into the championship fights. So everything's going to be lit. Everything's going to be exciting, and we're going to end up bringing you fights. And hell, they might even, they said they got something special for me. So I'm waiting. So, hey, why don't you all join in, tune in, and see what that special surprise is for me. And so, we can celebrate, bring it all together. So, we go live there in action. So that's Team Combat TCL League. We make it happen. Team Combat League. Let's make it happen. Your boy Day.
Absolutely. And if you send me the link, I'm going to promote it like the second coming of Christ. You know, we go way back. We go 3 years way back. You're one of my first interviews on your station. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Andre, for coming on.
Oh, hold on. Wait. I got one more person to show.
One more
person to show. Bring
One
this
more.
light skin. So this is the guy that I want you guys to honestly push. You know, when you end up seeing him, he's my little brother. He's 38.
What's up, brother?
Hold on, let me show you his face. He's 38. This is AGA, Mr. AJ Graham. You know, he ends up doing his best. He's the next upcoming guy. He's the next superstar. You know, when you end up seeing a light-skinned version of myself, you're going to see this nigga too. You're going to be this guy here.
We'll push him up. Hopefully we get him on the show. We'll promote him. Oh, yeah.
We're going to end up, I'm going to send them in your direction, so we're going to make it out happen. I appreciate you guys honestly throwing up here and leading up thing. 45 minutes of straight fun. I love it.
Hell yeah, man. Andre, thank you so much for coming on the show, brother. Peace out. Thank you very much, and we can't wait to see you fight in August. Have a good one.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Andre Ewell coming to the show. Oh, my goodness. Can't wait to Very, very happy we're able to catch up, and it's a great concept, too. I'm excited for the fights. I'm excited for a new concept of boxing, a unique concept of boxing, nevertheless.
I'm still a little. I mean, so the 18 rounds is each person on the team does a single round. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think that's how it works. And a knockdown gets points. That's some fast-paced action. I mean, that's a very unique way to do a boxing event and do a boxing league. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I was watching clips. It's pretty exciting, man.
I mean, listen, now there are multiple ways of doing things, and as long as you have the excitement factor and people are watching, then it's a good thing. I want success for all combat sports.
Right. All right. So, all right. That's what she said, by the way. Excited by many things. Never mind. So, many ways to do it. Yeah. So,
come on, Father.
Are you ready before we wrap up the show like a Christmas present? Are you ready for the nerd fact of the week number 2? Hell yeah.
Since Hatton's not here, I might get this one right.
Hell yeah. Let's go with the nerd fact of the week brought to you by our good friends at Nerd Focus. Let's hit it. Nerd fact of the week. Shit. It's time for the second nerd fact of the week brought to you by our good friends at Nerd Focus. Gabe, I have a question for you, good sir. So UFC got back on the pay-per-view September 2001. It's been often called as the second worst event to ever happen in September 2001. Gabe, what is the name of that event, that show?
I know Tito Ortiz versus Vladimir Marchenko was the main event.
Yeah, Vladdy actually replaced Vitor Belfort in the main event, and every fight went to a decision. And it's notably terrible. Murilo Bustamante fought Chuck Liddell. Jens Pulver fought against Dennis Hallman. What is the name of that event?
Redemption?
No,
Fully loaded? I don't know.
No, sir.
You're better at this. What is it, Potter?
UFC 33 Victory in Vegas.
Victory in Vegas. I would have never gotten that. Yeah. I remember the card. I remember being super excited about it and watching it being like, oh boy, this is. Ooh. And I remember it started off with I want to say, did Ricardo Alameda fight a Russian guy?
Yeah.
The Russian guy kind of taxed him up, and I'm like, oh, it's going to be a good event. And then the next couple of fights, Dave Monet versus Gil Castillo, he was on that fight. There's a couple of that, but they were all really not good fights.
I was excited for Murilo Bustamante fighting Chuck Liddell, and then Chuck Liddell didn't play towards his game, and obviously it turned into such a boring fight because Murilo Bustamante is no fool either, and didn't play towards Chuck Liddell's game either. I think Murilo Bustamante redeemed himself, especially in the Pride Grand Prix when he replaced Ricardo Arona to fight Rampage Jackson, and they had such an incredible fucking fight. And Murilo Bustamante has hands, and you saw that when he fought Matt Lindland. Like
I was about to say the Lindland Bustamante fight. He had good hands, and then submitted him twice to win the title.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And I did not have Murilo Bustamante. I didn't think he was going to win that fight because you had Matt Lindland, who's an Olympic silver medalist at Sydney 2000. I did not have Murilo Bustamante going to win that fight, but he made it look fucking easy, son. Oh my goodness.
I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, and Murilo's, like the whole old school Carlson team were the guys that I kind of looked up to, like as far as for MMA. And I had every belief that he would beat him, and did twice.
Yep, absolutely. And that was, boys and girls, your nerd fact of the week, brought to you by our good friends at Nerd Book.
Man,
holy shit, it's time to wrap up this show like a Christmas present. Gabe, four-time world champion, owner of one of the greatest gyms on planet Earth. You know. The living legend himself, Mr. Gabe. Final words, final thoughts from the mustached legend himself.
Got a 2-for-1. It was good. Both guests were great. Both, had interesting conversations, interesting topics. Whoever's putting the 5 topics together is doing a great job on that. Very, very impressive. Nerds, I'm 0 for 3, but the nerd, actually, no, I'm 2 for 3. But my last 3, I've been 0 and 3 for the nerd fact of the week. I need to get on it. I'm not nerdy enough. I know a little bit about it, but I'm missing just the right answer. So I'll get there.
You'll pick it up, sir. And obviously, if you want to train at Kaiju MMA and Fitness, train with a four-time world champion and BJJ black belt, Mr. Gabe. If you want to, first class is on us. Come into Kaiju MMA and Fitness, located in Tarzana, California, and train with a 4-time world champion and a pioneer of the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Fight World Live on Amazon Prime. We're ranked number 6. How the hell did we do that? Debuted all the way in the top 10. Fuck me in the beard. I did not see that coming. You call me Stevie Wonder.
I want to get up there. I want to get to 3. I want to get to 2. I want to get to 1. We're coming for you. What is it? CBS Sports?
CBS Sports.
Coming for you, CBS Sports. You little bitch.
Yep, a little bitch. Yeah, and Bleacher Report. We're coming, baby.
Yep, that's right. Bleacher what? I've never heard of that.
Bleacher what?
I've never heard of that thing.
What? Anyway, so on that note, thank you very much, boys and girls, for joining us. Thank you to our sponsor, Nerd Focus. Thank you very much to Andre Ewell, Mr. Highlight, and MMA pioneer and legend Chris Lieben, David Potter, 4-time world champion Gabe Rudiger. Thank you very much. Signing you off from Fight World Live. We'll see you next week. Peace.